I was talking to a girl on the internet. And by talking to, I mean arguing with. I don't really remember what I was saying or what she said to me. Maybe she said that I'm obviously not intelligent because I'm fat. Because if you're a fat guy on the internet, you hear that a lot for some reason. That's like a big argument. And as we all know, fat is just the objective worst thing that could ever happen to anyone, and an intelligent person would obviously work to avoid their blubbery fate. So you're obviously not intelligent because you're fat, and that's my argument, and I'm going to stick to it. And as a brief aside, I'd just like to address that for a second, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, if you're a stupid fuck, you can still figure out that being fat is bad. You can sit there and, well, my doctor said being fat ain't too good for me. And it seems like the fat ain't too popular with the ladies, so I reckon I should probably lose me some weight. You can figure that out. It's not hard. You don't need to be a fucking genius to know. But you know what? If you are an intelligent person, if you can put two thoughts together, then you can easily justify being fat. It's easy. I mean, that's the bitch of intelligence, right? Is you can justify pretty much anything. You can sit there and say, well, normally it'd be wrong to massacre toddlers with a chainsaw, but, you know, in the words of Descartes, you know, you can do it. You can do it. So I can sit there and I can say, well, you know, being fat probably means that I'm going to have a shorter life than most people. But if you think about it, how is the value of human life truly measured? Is it measured by the richness of our experience or by the mere duration of our experience? That's why I have to eat this cheeseburger, because it's enriching my life. It may be clogging my arteries, but the sensation of it is more important than living to see my 80th birthday, by far. And hey, look at the state of our country. Things are so bad now. Imagine how bad they'll be by the time I'm 80 or 90 years old. Better that I die in my 60s and not have to see America decline further. Then again, being fat is socially maligned. But hey, what great man isn't a nonconformist? You show me a historical figure of worth, and I will show you a man who said, no, I will not bow to the tyranny of the system. And that's what I'm doing. I'm eating this cheeseburger as a revolutionary act. An act that says that I will not be oppressed by what you think my body should look like. I am a nonconformist eating this fucking cheeseburger. So yeah, I can justify anything. But that's not really the point of this video. The point of this video is that during my argument with this girl, I called her a bitch. I said, you fucking bitch. And then a lot of people were like, aha, sexist. You are a sexist. You claimed you weren't a sexist, but you are, because you called her a bitch. And someone wrote me, and they said to me, oh yeah, you called her a bitch, you're a sexist. And I said to myself, well, you know, I'll call a guy a dick or a dickhead or a cockmonger. If I was English, I'd probably say bollocks instead of bullshit. And bollocks means balls. So what's the big deal? He wrote back to me and he said, well, you know, you call a guy a dick and he doesn't care. But you call a woman a bitch and, you know, she's sensitive. She can't handle that. It destroys her life. Makes her feel like a second-class citizen, and blah, blah, blah. Goes on this big spiel about how I'm going to ruin this poor girl's life and make her feel so inadequate and so helpless and so hopeless because I called her a bitch. So, essentially, the position of this guy who wrote me is that it's okay to call a guy a dick because he can take it, but it's wrong to call a woman a cunt or a bitch because she's too sensitive? She can't handle it? And I'm the sexist? If you are the kind of person who will call someone a dick, but you abstain from calling someone a cunt or a bitch, then that is sexism. There's no way to say that that's not sexism, because you're setting aside a different standard for a different gender and saying, okay, it's okay to make fun of someone using male genitalia in the negative, but it's not okay to make fun of someone using female genitalia in the negative. So if you're a person who says dick, you have to be a person who says bitch. If you don't want to say bitch, then you can't say dick either. That's my rule. All I ask for is a little fucking consistency, folks. Just a modicum of consistency. You know, I realize that my life is now broken into 3 sensations. The sensation of having heartburn, and then the sensation of thinking I should eat better, and then the sensation of eating something really delicious while thinking, oh fuck, I'm gonna have heartburn later. That's my life now. That's the life of a big fat fuck. Just thought I'd share. Okay, so here's your guys' assignment for the day. You have to leave either a comment or a video response telling me about a time when someone you were arguing with or talking to or hanging around got offended for no good fucking reason. Okay? Do it. Make it happen.